Hello everyone, it's Cress aka Leitaka, and it is time for a thrift store finds video for Sunday, October 13th through today, Wednesday, October 16th. This is from three different stores: Goodwill, St. Benny's, Ishburne, and Thriftish in Ishburne. So I did fairly well this week, for me anyway. So one of the most interesting finds I found was this set of 3 pieces of barware. So you have a bottle opener, a corkscrew, and a measuring shot and jigger. And it was $4 for the set, but I probably got it for $3 with my gift certificate. And the interesting thing about it is I have this thing at home that I was planning on selling, so I'll list them at the same time, not in the same listing. They're all from Japan. They're resin horse head castings. This is a clothes brush. And then 3 bar tools. So I thought that was kind of cool that I found them with the same resin head. My piece of uranium glass. Wow, that does not translate to the camera very well. I might have to darken the room, but it's definitely reacting to it. 50 cents for this dessert cup, which was appropriate because I got it on dessert day. Picked up this single tiny glass. I believe it's Libby pattern. Someone on my Facebook group found a whole set of these with a caddy. So we thought that was funny that I found a random one. I will probably just keep this for now unless I happen to find another one in the future. Probably my best find for me was a set of angel wings. So in case I come across porcelain heads and hand sets again, I don't have to make my own wings out of records. Yay. I got this today. It is a little monk. I paid a whole 50 cents. It's a George Good Corporation of Taiwan. And it did come with a little label. It says, "Amusing of the happy little padre. With a loaf of bread and a jug of wine, who needs anybody?" I don't know. I've always had a thing for monks drinking images, so I do think they sell for between 8 and 10, so I might try to sell that one. And if he doesn't sell, he'll just go with the other monks I got the other day. I did find some silver-plated things. This is a little canoe. The sad thing is its base broke off apparently, but it broke off so evenly that it still will actually stand up like that. I had 20% off, so I paid 80 cents about for this, and it is marked James W. Tufts. I think it's Boston. It's a little rubbed off on the BO. Warranted triple plate, design patented, some February 24th, 18 something. Can't quite read it, and then it's number 2595. So I was like, oh, that's really old. That's cool. And then I found my mystery item. And this is also warranted plate silver, but it's quadruple plate. It is from Osborne and Company, Lancaster, PA. And I thought it stood like this and then tilted forward as a display. But then someone pointed out, well, normally marks are on the bottom. So I flipped it, and this doesn't look too pretty or presentable. But then we're like, maybe it held something at one point. And there is a little crossbar missing. So it might have held something this way, like a little teapot or something. I don't know. But I do know this is over 100 years old because Osborne and Company was a business that ran 1890 to 1900. So I have found 2 very old possible pieces of silver plate. Don't know how I'm doing either of them yet, but those are my ultimate scores of the week. Picked this up. It was only 40 cents. I think it's Finnish, and that's supposed to be sugar in a spoon, and it says something cool, and I haven't translated yet. But I figured for 40 cents, it looked really nice for something that probably costs at least $10 in a gift shop. This is my disappointing one. I paid 20% off 79 cents, so probably about 50 cents. And he's really cute. He's a little frog. And he ended up being plaster. And the only reason I know this is, doesn't look too bad from that direction. When you turn, his foot got a little broken off. Which is probably going to mean I'm going to keep him and just put him in my general religious kind of display where I've got an Egyptian, I've got Chinese, Japanese, Native American, little yoga frog. I know it's yoga because it's the lotus flower up here. I don't know if that was meant to hold anything or what, or just something for you to concentrate on while you were meditating. So he's a little meditating frog. But it's not like I'm going to lose any on him. This guy apparently, I paid probably about the same 50 cents on. He apparently had someone who covered him with felt, and it came off because there's still glue residue down here. And they apparently glued on this little ribbon and flower. I really want to take it off, but I think I'll just leave it there, and whoever buys it can remove it if they want. I just thought he was so cute. And he could be about 5 or 6 different breeds, actually. He could be a St. Bernard puppy. He could be a couple other hound dogs. But there's no markings on it. It might have just been a mold, but it seems to have been really well glazed. And there is cracking, but it's glaze cracking. It's not like cracking on the piece. It's just some crazing in there because it's a bit older. But again, every time I sell an animal-related item, this would go towards U-Paws. The horse heads would go towards Sunrise Animal Sanctuary. Just because that is their main thing. And I found this at the Salvation for $1. And I probably paid a little less than that because I was using a $5 coupon I got where you paid like $3 for it. But it's just a cute little barbecue sauce holder. And it says Fox Run Taiwan. And when you open it, thank God they all use masking tape around here, there's actually a little brush on the end that doesn't look used at all. The inside's kind of musty. But I thought that was cute. I'd probably get a few bucks for that. If someone wanted a vintage-looking barbecue sauce container. You don't see barbecue sauce containers that often. And then today at the St. Benny's in Ishburning, I got these for $1.25, a little plate. They're butterfly-shaped plates with kind of this atomic-looking pattern on them, which is what sold me on them, because it's kind of like a starburst. I really have to clean them, though. There seems to be insulation residue or something on them, but they are marked on the back, and I only paid $1, and I don't see any, because the advantage of this kind of shape going inward is you could actually check for chips. I don't see any chips. But I'm also not sure what they were supposed to be for. If they were just supposed to be like a set of nut dishes for the table, or, you can use the smallest one for your tea bag and then other things. And then I found these, which probably cost me 50 cents a piece. And they're just cute. A set of 2 bowls. They have all these veggies on them. They are marked EIT, which means English Ironstone Tableware. So it was one of my bucket list for selling through my Etsy shop, through my thrift side of my Etsy shop, that, I find some ironstone. So they're marked. I don't know if they're older or not. there's not too much wear. There's slight wear. This one has like a little bit more of a glaze inside the EN, but other than that, they look like they're the same. And I thought if anything else, they just make cute salad bowls for someone because they have like garlic and tomatoes and rashes and carrots and lettuce in there. So they kind of give that old world feel. And then I only got a couple more items. So I don't do much milk glass. I have a set of little tiny Fire King milk glass because I wanted something Fire King, and I found those really cheap. Then I found the Fire King for Sunbeam mixing bowl the other week, and these I got because thankfully they only covered on the sugar bowl, but I could tell there was the littlest W on the bottom. I can't tell if you can tell there, of Westmoreland. So, and I also got these instead of, there were like 3 different ones there. Someone obviously collected this. I know exactly where this came from because there was a rummage sale in Ispring about a month ago where she wanted to sell everything as a complete set, even though they weren't all the same pattern or anything. So she ended up not selling and donating them. So they have this really cool maple leaf pattern to them, and like the handles are like branches. So if this didn't sell, I mean, I paid $1 for them together, I would be perfectly happy using them. They would work for any holiday, really, because they're white. They goes with Christmas, goes with 4th of July. So if they didn't sell, it wouldn't be too bad. It looks like I'm desperately going to need to use the Goo Gone on these, though. But they're selling anywhere from $10 to $20 as a pair on there. And then, so I saw this sitting there, and I went, I know what that is because someone in my group posted one about a month ago. And what I understood why they did it like that on the shelf, because you wouldn't want to leave it balanced like this. She's got her little shoes. I don't have her perfectly lined up. But this is a cute little girl. It's meant as a children's set. They were sold as a children's set. While these appear to be chipped, there are no actual chips. There's some glazing discolorations. Although this might be, yeah, this is more just the glaze fell off. It doesn't actually feel like it's a chip in the actual thing. They're a little dirty still, but they still have their little stickers that say Interper, made in Korea. These sell for about $25 plus shipping, so I'll probably list this for $35 to $40 with shipping, which will pay for all of this for the week. So if I can just sell that, I will break even for the week, but gotta do some cleaning on it. But I liked the fact that you could tell they went together because the flowers are kind of on those 2 pieces, and then you have her shoes, but then only the colors are that on the dress. It's actually little strawberries on the dress. So, I mean, normally I would sell a mug like this for about 10 anyway. So, since it's a complete set, that's about what they're listing for right now on everything. And I will post like pictures of the little color loss. And it kind of feels like a chip, but then it doesn't. Like, it just feels like the glaze came off of it. And then like on this side, I was like, oh no, it looks like it has some sort of big gash in it, and it's just the glaze came over. So you could tell they were hand glazed because they weren't perfect. So I liked that just because I'd seen it in my group and I never thought I'd see one, especially a complete set where the staff knew enough to keep it together and not separate it and have you go on a treasure hunt. So, again, I probably have some pretty valuable things here. Again, if you know exactly what this is, be great. We thought we could use, it fits Post-it notes pretty well in actuality. Post-it note goes right in there nicely from the bottom, and it leans that way then. It looks like a great presentation, and then Again, there does appear to be a missing bar on this side, but for the $1 I paid, I've had more fun researching it than anything. But if anyone knows what this is, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.